Floyd's
animal.
undefeated too, but he's not the greatest boxer of all time, right?
It's arguable he is. It's arguable he is.
I don't think so.
Listen, man,
I feel
he's
like
been
he is. He's my
hit-
favorite.
He's been hit hard maybe 4 times his whole career.
Right.
You stop and think about how many fights he fought
He's
against
got great
elite
defense,
guys.
amazing.
Not just great defense, like the best defense of all time.
Yeah.
You're talking about a guy who's fought everybody. He fought everybody. Canelo, he fought Pacquiao. Maybe he didn't fight Pacquiao when he was in his prime, and maybe when he was young and made him cut extra weight. He did some smart shit. But at the end of the day,
That's part of being a fighter, though, right?
yeah, at the end of the day, the guy's 49 in Conor McGregor. That's what he is. That's what I say.
49 Conor.
Yeah, because it's kind of
pretty good
weird.
record.
Yeah, but
It's
then
kind of
there's
weird.
somebody like Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Different.
Yeah, that's
Different
different
eras.
time, different time. What do you have?
He's lost it,
200?
right?
Yeah.
He lost 15.
I
See?
think Sugar Ray Robinson had somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 plus victories before his first defeat, though. What is like how many? Let's find
His
that out.
first
Something
his
crazy.
first defeat wasn't it to Jack LaMotta?
Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta?
Maybe.
How old was he? Was he already out of his
Maybe.
prime?
No,
That might have been
He
his
got
first
knocked out.
defeat. No,
He
I
got
don't think he
knocked out?
got knocked
he got
out.
knocked out. Yeah,
No, by
Dude.
LaMotta? I thought he got knocked out by Billy Conn.
No, Jack LaMotta knocked him out.
Jake LaMotta.
Jake,
I don't think
me
he
and
knocked
names
him
is
out.
terrible. So,
So,
it's like
I think he beat him in a decision in the first fight, and then Robinson beat the shit out of him in the second fight.
no.
Really?
Sugar
So-
Ray Robinson. They fought 6 times. and
I didn't know
Robinson
Jake
won
ever
them.
knocked him out.
Robinson fought him, beat him at the first time, and I think in the rematch is when
Jake
LaMotta
knocked him out.
knocked him out.
I don't remember that.
And then in the 6th fight, he TKO'd Jake, but it was a standing TKO,
Yeah.
and he never got knocked off of his feet.
Debating the greatest fighters shows how greatness in boxing is judged across different eras and styles. Strong defense and longevity stand out as key, traits that separate elite fighters from the rest. Facing top-level opponents throughout a career proves true. Historical comparisons remind us that every generation produces legends under different conditions. This discussion highlights how legacy in boxing is built not just on wins, but on the quality of opponents faced.
Well, in boxing, his 200th fight was, look at that, 173-19-6 against Joey Archer. That's his 200th fight. Go back to his first loss, or go back to the Jake LaMotta fights. You got to go way back. Stop. Those are all win. Jake LaMotta. So he beat him at 36-0, and then he lost unanimous decision. Yeah, that was right.
40.
And then he beat him again, unanimous decision. So he lost the unanimous decision to Jake LaMotta, and then he beat everybody else up into a draw with Jose Basora rather.
So he made it to 40-0.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot more than that. So his 41st fight he lost. That was his first loss, and it was a decision to Jake LaMotta.
Floyd really is the GOAT.
I think he's the GOAT. It's a different era. Here's the thing. It's like, when you look at Mike Tyson when he was in, we just had this conversation yesterday on the podcast, but I think Mike Tyson in his prime, when he knocked out Larry Holmes, when he starched Marvis Frazier, like when he was just smashing everybody, I think he had reached this level that you can only maintain for a certain amount of years.
Yeah.
Whether I think the same thing you could say for Fedor when he was in his prime, when he was running things in Pride.
Yeah.
Different eras in fighting make it hard to compare legends on a single scale. Durability and toughness, like having a strong chin, are what truly define elite fighters. Long fight records in boxing show how active and experienced fighters used to be. Peak performance matters a lot, as some fighters reach unbeatable levels for a short time. This discussion shows that greatness can come from dominance, consistency, or longevity in the sport. This discussion highlights how legacy in boxing is built not just on wins, but on the quality of opponents faced.
Forgetting that he beat Floyd Patterson. It's like
Yeah.
before, like all the fights that he had before he came
Sure.
back, but those just weren't competitive.
Right.
He was so fast, he hit so hard. Beating Sonny Liston, Sonny Liston's,
He was
big.
a murderer back then.
Yeah, he's freaking
Killer.
Yeah, it's like
He destroyed Floyd Patterson.
twice.
Yeah,
Twice in the
destroyed
first
him.
round, right?
You couldn't get hit by him. You just
Right.
couldn't get hit by him.
Yeah,
he had
it's-
giant hands.
A guy that was close to the mafia. It's
Mhm.
like, and so he beat all those guys. It's like, and
Yep.
it's like, so maybe if he doesn't have that 3 years off, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe who knows? But
Who
he
knows?
did. But
Yeah.
he did.
And it's also, he was a different cultural figure, right? Because when you look at like his impact on society and civilization, he stood for something.
Right.
He was a guy who was like, I'm not going to fight war. It doesn't make any sense. They took his title away from him, and the people loved him.
yeah.
Competition plays a huge role in shaping how great a fighter becomes over time. Being surrounded by strong rivals forces athletes to improve beyond their limits. Historical context shows that legends are often remembered not just for wins, but for the opponents they faced. Standing for personal beliefs outside the ring adds another layer to a fighter's legacy. This discussion highlights that true greatness comes from skill, competition, and the courage to stand for something bigger than the sport.
Actually rematched as pros, and then Joe stopped him, I think, 4th or 5th round.
Wow.
But he was a beast, and then George Foreman, it's like that's a guy that didn't ever put on a pair of gloves till he was, I think, 19 years old, right?
That's crazy.
It's like 19 years old. Think about that. There's just not that many guys that have, it's never put on a pair of gloves till they're 19 years old and then get to that level.
Well, that's the Deontay Wilder story, too.
Is it?
Yeah, Deontay Wilder boxed for a year and a half before he won a bronze medal in the Olympics.
Okay. George Foreman won the gold medal in the 70s. When it was even, I think, harder, to win the gold medal because of the Cubans and the Russians. It's like because they never went pro and stuff like that. You had that.
Right. Teofilo Stevenson.
Right. So it's like, I think it was the 76 Olympics that he won the gold medal, and he was like 24 fights as an amateur. That's all the fights he had, never lost.
That's not.
Public opinion can shape a fighter's legacy just as much as their performance in the ring. Stories of fighters starting late show that dedication can sometimes overcome lack of early experience. Winning Olympic medals with limited fights proves how natural talent, combined with hard work, facing strong international competition highlights the toughness required to succeed at the highest level. This conversation shows that greatness often comes from unusual journeys, not just perfect beginnings.
Yeah, you just don't know.
He was faster than everybody. The thing about Mike Tyson as a knockout fighter, if you watch like the Marvis Frazier fight, or
I don't think he was
watched
faster than Muhammad Ali, though.
I don't think he was faster.
Muhammad's feet were so fast. Because
I don't think he was faster than Ali.
You got to
in his
think
prime.
back to when he fought Sonny Liston, or when he fought Floyd Patterson.
Right.
You got to think of
Different.
how his feet were
Right.
then.
But the 3 years afterwards, I think he was faster than when he fought, like when he came back.
You think that Mike Tyson was faster than that
Yeah.
version of? Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Ali was a different animal. Like, no one had been around before him that was a heavyweight that moved like that. They didn't exist.
Well, Andy
Like
had
no one.
probably the best chin ever.
Oh, an amazing.
He wasn't
chin.
that heavy for a heavyweight, though, right?
No,
No, he fought.
No.
He the Olympic gold medal he won was cruiserweight.
was it?
Yeah, he didn't fight at heavyweight. He moved up to heavyweight for when he turned pro.
Who was the English guy that knocked him down and they cut his gloves?
George.
No.
Yeah, it's George.
Was it George?
Yeah, it was George.
The English guy?
George.
I'm trying to remember. He was a British gentleman who had a really good left hook, and he caught him with a left hook and dropped him and had him in all kinds of trouble. And
Then there was a
they
tear
cut
in his glove. Tear.
Starting with very few amateur fights, yet reaching Olympic success, shows how powerful natural talent and focus can be. Believing in invincibility often drives fighters to push beyond normal limits, but it can also lead to unexpected defeats. Comparing legends like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson highlights how speed and timing define elite fighters. Different versions of the same fighter across years show how performance evolves with age and experience. This conversation reminds us that boxing, greatness, is shaped by confidence, skill, and the era a fighter competes in. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section.